The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has applauded the EU's contribution towards the country's electoral success and, by extension, strengthening Nigeria's democracy. The INEC Chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, made this known while receiving the EU ambassador to Nigeria in Abuja. Yakubu, who highlighted the significance of EU support to INEC, also acknowledged the reach of this support, which has benefited the nation's National Assembly and Judiciary.
There are 74 million registered voters in the other 14 countries in West Africa. In 2023, we had 93 million registered voters in Nigeria, which is almost 10 million more than the other 14 countries put together. So each time Nigerians go to the polls, it's like conducting elections for the whole of West Africa and part of Central Africa. In fact, very recently, the Electoral Commission in Ghana conducted the equivalent of what we call the continuous voter registration. In Ghana, they call it the mop-up, to enable citizens who have come of age or those who could not register for one reason or another in the past to register. What was the target of the Electoral Commission in Ghana? To register 70,000 new voters nationwide. But here we are, in the last continuous voter registration in Edo State alone, we registered 119,000 new voters. And then additional 58,000 in Ondo State. Put together, we registered 177,000, 3 times more than what our colleagues in Ghana hope to register under their own CVR. Your Excellency, I have worked very closely with you, and I'm really very proud to say I did so. The last meeting we had was at the Hilton, because you and I serve as co-chair of the steering committee of the EU SDGN. Definitely we are going to miss you. So on behalf of the Commissioner, I want to express our appreciation to the European Union, particularly the mission, for the partnership and collaboration in the implementation of the EU SDGN 2 implemented by the DAI, and will continue to work in partnership with the DAI. You have been supporting democracy and democratic governance in Nigeria, and your support extends beyond INEC. You support the National Assembly, you support the Judiciary, civil society organizations, and the media. So we want to thank you on behalf of INEC and wish to request you to extend our appreciation to the EU and its member states.
All democracies in the world, including our own, face challenges. The journey is not necessarily always in one direction. We all face these challenges, and we have an interest in working together to see how we can strengthen democracy, because strengthening democracy in Europe, strengthening democracy in Nigeria means strengthening democracy worldwide. And we know how important the example that Nigeria can give to other countries is. As I said, I think we have gone a long way. Maybe not everything is perfect, but even elsewhere, many things are not perfect. And I remain convinced that the trajectory is the right one. And I think we have been working together to try to see how to continue to improve election administration in Nigeria. I'm very proud of the kind of model we have established here, that Mr. Chairman, I can assure you it's a model for other experiences and countries as well, where under the EU SDGN, around the same table, we can gather all the stakeholders and actors that are involved, because elections are not only a matter of the Election Commission. You know, you have so many other stakeholders that are involved and play a critical role. Political parties, just to give an example, the Judiciary, the civil society, and many, many others. And I think the experience of the EU SDGN is unique, because you can have disagreements, of course you can have, but you have a table, you can sit around the table together, you can discuss, you can talk, and at the end, you always find common ground, and you always find a way forward where everybody can continue to put their efforts. And I think this is what we have been doing here together. So my message, of course, responding to what the MC just said, is for the European Union, of course, to remain engaged, to support the aspiration of the Nigerian people. We know that the Nigerian people are strong, they strongly believe in democracy, and we want to continue to work with them to strengthen their democracy. So I feel confident that the European Union will continue this support, of course, based on the partnership that we have. And I'm confident that under the leadership of my successor, the good collaboration with the Commission will continue, the good partnership with the Nigerian people will continue, and we remain really at the disposal of the Nigerian people, of INEC, Mr. Chairman, of all our partners and stakeholders, to see together how we can make democracy in Nigeria and in the world stronger.